Steve Schmidt Racing. Yes. 598 cubic inch base with the 250 TPS blower on it. Puts out about 9 pounds of boost. Motor makes close to 1,500 horse.
What is the fuel that it operates on?
This runs on methanol.
Methanol?
Methanol, straight methanol. It's carbureted, so it's not naturally aspirated, but it's carbureted, not fuel injection. Some of the other guys run fuel injection. There's some advantage, some disadvantage.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then as we're going down the track, when we get to the top end, obviously you see my pink parachute.
Right.
I do that because one day I was at a track in Boise, and I was in my top sportsman car. I pulled the chute. I broke my motor, so I was still on the track, and they sent cars. And I went up to the tower, and they're like, "Hey, we couldn't see you." And I said, "Don't worry. When I get back, you'll be able to see me." That's when I switched to pink chutes.
Okay. All right. Makes sense.
These are tires. They're 34.5 inches tall. I run my tires at 4.3 pounds.
Okay.
So they're wrinkle walls. So basically, when you take off, they turn. They're actually grabbing. If you look at pictures, you can see that they're just completely wrinkled. That's where they become the wrinkle wall.
Oh.
It looks like they're going to come off.
Yeah.
It's a 2-speed power glide transmission built by Hughes Performance over in Arizona. And then, just regular rear end. It's a mono-shock car, so I've only got one shock. Some guys have dual shocks in the back. Just difference in preference.
Got it.
We have the wing that's for downforce to keep the car planted. As the faster you go, the more you want it planted.
Right. And do you have anything for preventing it from rising up? Do you have a rate? Oh, that's it. Okay. All right.
That's it. So this.
And now, what is those lights here? I mean,
so this is our dial in. So this is the dial board. So this is when we say we're going to run a 489 or 689 or whatever the dial in is.
Right.
It's going to show up here on this dial board. That way the tower can see what we're going to dial.
Oh, okay.
So then they put it on the board, and that's when you see our dial-ins go on the board because they've read the dial-in off our board.
Oh, I did see it lit up when you guys were on the track.
Yep.
Okay. And I see, what is this, your fan here? What is this?
That's the radiator and fan.
Oh, really? Okay. And let's talk about the front.
Just 2 small tires, right? Our fuel cell's inside this little trap door. It's a 3-gallon fuel cell. I use 2 gallons per pass.
All right.
Just the small tires, simple, no suspension. So it's a hard front end. Some guys have suspended front ends.
What's it like steering these things? You just got to lock in?
It's just locked in, light turns, because if you turn sharp, it's going to go sharp.
Oh, yeah.
So really, when I'm going down the track, I got one hand on the wheel, this hand's on my parachutes, getting ready, just in case something happens, I want to pull the parachutes. Now so if it starts feeling a little off, I'll pull the parachutes, and the parachute will actually straighten you out.
Oh, will?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It'll almost save you from wrecking if you get them early enough.
Who designed your direction?
This was in 2014. They called this TNT's house car.
Okay.
They built this to say, this is what we can do. Okay. And I actually bought it like this. I've seen it on the internet for sale, and
oh, you did?
And I call it the money mobster.
So how much does something like this run? What's the ballpark?
A used car, the way I've got it set up, I've got about 90,000 on this car.
Oh, okay.
Some guys have double that.
Right, right. Wow. So what's the fastest you've hit in your car?
So the fastest I hit was actually in Phoenix last weekend. We ran a 687 at 195. Okay. That's the fastest I've gone, and I did it here too, but Phoenix was the first time. Okay. And that's the fastest I've ever gone. Before that, it was in my top sportsman car, I was 180. Uh-huh.
And so what was the difference between 180 and 190?
That blower.
Oh, that blower. Really?
So it's a power adder. I added boost, I added pressure, so it's building more steam.
And what else would you need to do to increase your speed? Anything else?
Bigger blower.
A bigger blower, okay.
Yeah, they call that the baby blower. That's the smallest one they make. You can actually put that on your $1,500 to win. It's about the Wally Trophy. That's what we're all going. The little gold man. That's what we're all here racing to get. But it's not about the money. It's about the love of the sport.
Oh, Wally Trophy.
Vegas next week, Spring Fling Million. It's $1 million to win on Friday, if the car counts right. I think they've given away 485,000 so far. Okay. So that's when it's about the money.
Oh, Vegas.
That's where we're headed next.
All right, fantastic. Okay. Anything else you want to tell me or tell your fans? Huh?
No, just, my sponsors, Del Taco.
Del Taco, love it. Love Del
they're
Taco.
Hughes Performance, BW Jet Center is me, Bryan Watts Jet Center, and my parents. My parents give me the time off to come down and do this.
Fantastic.
My dad will be here tomorrow. He's actually flying in Frank Tiggs, that sponsors John Force Racing. Frank Tiggs is from our hometown. He owns Flavor Attack and Rocky Mountain Twist.
Okay, and you're from Washington, you said?
Pasco, Washington.
All right, well, great. All right, well, thanks for the interview.
Yeah.
Good success.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the finish line.
Gary Jordan with the Inland Valley News reporting.